There's a strange thing about preparedness in 2026. The reality is more people are doing it than ever before. Some people say up to 100 million people are actually making some preparations, but fewer people are talking about it. So let's pull back the curtain on this. Hey, Provident Preppers, I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Kylene, and today we are going to talk about stealth prepping. Did you know that some of your neighbors are preparing and you don't know anything about it?
Okay, but hold on here just a minute. I mean, prepping has most commonly been stealth prepping for all of us. Well, I mean, we don't just go around telling everybody, hey, when things get really bad, come over to our place because we've got mountains of food.
Absolutely.
But I think what's changing here is there's a perception change. And we'll talk a little bit more about that down here, but I think people are waking up. I guess is the bottom line is more people are thinking, you know, those guys aren't so stupid after all.
I completely agree with you, Jonathan. I think that what happens is a lot of people have actually done the math. You're an expert at doing the math.
Oh, I love math.
And you realize that statistically, the chance of you needing preps is huge. And so it only makes sense to very quietly make sure that you have stocked up a little bit of extra food, you're ready for the power to go out for a couple weeks, because it happens all the time to so many different people.
And I think this to me is exciting because it means that more people are doing what they should have been doing all the time. Now, unfortunately, I think most people still aren't doing very much or anything.
Oh, because they're stealth prepping and you're clueless.
Well, and
you have no idea.
And that could be the case. But yeah, in my discussions with a lot of people, it's really clear they're completely clueless. But aside from that, let's just move ahead and let's talk a little bit about this stealth prepping.
Okay, so what is stealth prepping? It's quietly stocking up on things that you need, learning skills that could be very valuable, and just keeping your eyes open and watching some of the things that are happening. Like if you live in hurricane country, you know that you really need to be prepared, right? If you've watched the power go out in the middle of winter for weeks, suddenly you're gonna make sure that when the power goes out for you, you're ready. You don't have to announce it to your neighborhood. You don't have to announce that you have a generator or that you have extra food or supplies, because sometimes it's a little bit scary. If everybody in your neighborhood is prepared, that's great. But if you are the only person in your neighborhood that's prepared, suddenly you become a target. And what we want to do is, we're not hiding, we're not being secretive really about this. What we're doing is we're trying to come from a position of strength so that we can help others, not so that we are just a target.
So like I mentioned, I think the stigma is fading a little bit. The prepper stigma is no longer one of, oh, these are really stupid, weird people, but oh, these are people that are actually pretty smart, that are looking ahead, that are awake and aware, and they understand that this is a world that's got some threats and some dangers, and just a little bit of preparation can really make all the difference.
So we've changed, instead of like from camo and night vision glasses that is stereotypical of preppers, most preppers are just regular people. They're teachers, they're nurses, they're just like us, people who are wise enough to take a few steps to take care of their family, but they don't wear camouflage. Another reason why stealth preppers, Jonathan kind of talked about this a little bit before, is op security, right? We want to make sure that nobody really knows what we have. And that's a good reason to be a stealth prepper, I think.
Okay, so this next little piece is actually kind of fun. And this is one where this individual spouse is really kind of not aware of what's going on. Apparently, some conversation has gone south. Somebody said, hey, you know what? I think we need to make a few preparations, and that doesn't go over well. So you have a couple of choices at that point. You can either just throw your hands up and give up, or you can find a way to continue to do what you know needs to happen to protect the family and to prepare for the future. It's probably not the best situation, because in a marriage situation you should be very open, but sometimes that just can't happen, and one individual still feels a need to move ahead and take some stealthy steps to make sure, see, I like steady steps, but stealthy steps to just make sure that things are going to happen like they need to when things go bad.
So most preppers don't fit the stereotype. We're just real people who we've stocked a little bit extra in our pantry, right? We've got just a few backups. And so I don't think preppers looks like what Hollywood has defined preppers to be anymore.
So why are people starting now? Well, I think it's always happened, and always there's been people like us and you who have been doing the right thing. But I think there have been things like the polar vortex that happened in Texas.
Or COVID-19. Oh, can I not say that?
Whatever, the pandemic, different things have awakened people, and the state of the world today. I mean, you're looking out there at all these
at the news.
Conflicts and serious conflicts, and I think people are going, okay, things are maybe just going a little bit sideways here, and we can do something about that.
I think that sometimes people don't admit that they prep because of the social pressure that comes with it, right? Not only do we not really want other people knowing a lot about it, but suddenly we are stigmatized, right? And people like Jonathan Jones, he's the prepper. That's where I'm going when something goes south. Sometimes we don't admit to prepping just because we don't want that social pressure.
What are stealth preppers storing? And it's probably not what you think. The old traditional stereotype is, you know, you're buying fatigues, you're buying guns and ammo and all these kinds of things.
MREs.
Yeah, things like that. I think most of these people are just quietly putting away a little bit of extra food, some extra prescription medications, first aid, and it includes things like building skills. They're saying, okay, what kinds of skills am I interested in or would be useful in some kind of a setting? Maybe it's gardening. Mama could teach them a few things, but
I could learn some things too.
You know, all these kinds of things that just help them feel, and I think it's largely a peace of mind thing. It gives them peace of mind to know that they have some little piece of control over what may happen in the future. And I think that's a wonderful thing that's happening. It just needs to happen more.
Now let's talk about when to stop being stealthy and build your community. And that's only something that you can know. There will come a time when you might put a few feelers out there, see how somebody else is feeling, see if maybe they're a stealth prepper too, and you could be united in this. But you have to be careful for all the reasons that we talked about. But it's really nice not to be alone in this. And I think this is one of the beautiful things about our community, is that you can jump on this channel and you can very anonymously chat in the comments and talk to other people who are in similar situations and learn from each other and know that you aren't alone, because being prepared is wise. It is one of the best things that you can do to be stocked up. So if you lose your job, you've got that cushion. If your power goes out, you don't have to freak out. You can keep your family warm and fed. There are 1,000 different reasons to prep. And if you are one of the ones prepping, you are making some really wise decisions.
So if you've been quietly building your family's resilience, you're not weird. You're not paranoid, you're not extreme. It means you're paying attention and you're doing the responsible thing and taking care of your family and hopefully your community.
The systems and the just-in-time inventory and all that we live in this world are much more fragile than we are being told. The world needs more prepared people so that we can be more resilient as a community and as a world. You are one of us, or you wouldn't be watching us. We salute you. We are so proud of you. Thank you so much for doing all that you do to prepare and to love and take care of your neighbors.
Now for the question of the day. Are you a stealth prepper? Or are you opening up and prepping in safe ways and helping others do the same? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about some ways that we can help our community, that we can build our own resilience and that of others. Let's drop it in the comments. Let's have some good conversation. Thanks for being part of the solution.